Hello, and welcome to College Algebra Part 2. We're going to go through navigating the course now. Hopefully you're familiar with Canvas, but if not, this should get you started. When you come in, you're either going to land on your dashboard or your courses, so make sure that you come to your Mac 1105 course. And it should take you to this page. So you're going to see all your modules. Yours is going to look a little bit different because I'm in instructor mode here. You're going to see all of your modules. If you note over here, you've got things that are coming up. I had some people say that they were missing deadlines last semester because they didn't know, like, oh, I totally forgot that that was due. Note that you always have your coming up listed over here, and that should be the things that you have for that week in each class. Make sure that you check that at least weekly. If you have the Canvas app, which I love, they've got one of the tabs that says to do, and it tells you all the things that you have to do that week. And as you turn them in, it eliminates it from your to-do list. Okay, so the coming up and the to-do list are invaluable in knowing what you need to get done that week so you don't miss anything. All right, so this is our homepage. We've got Start Here. This video is going to be under the Welcome Videos. We've also got Zoom session links. When you click on that, you're going to see the session links for each session. We've got Thursday 8 a.m. You click on that, 8 p.m., and then the Sunday Q&A link for office hours. All right, so anyone that you want to get to, you get to from there. And after each session, I will drop them into the Zoom recordings. And there's nothing here because we don't have anything yet. So the Zoom recording links will be in here by date. I typically try to record both of the Thursday sessions, but sometimes one gets messed up or like we have technical issues, so it just runs really long for no reason. So I will usually post all of them, but not always if I feel like we covered it in one of the videos and that's good enough. All right, the projects here are at the top, and you'll see those when you click into them. So the due date, so the first one's due January 22nd, and we'll cover the material that we need in the 2 to 3 weeks prior to that. Okay, so don't try to come down and do project 4 because you're not ready for it yet. Do project 1, and then when project 1 is done, you should be ready to do project 2, and so on. If you don't want those out, you can always close a section using that little arrow right there. So you can close the projects down so you don't see them all the time. And then once like here, you can close that down as well. Okay, that cleans up your Canvas as you're going through. So the general layout, you're going to see each week. You've got your list of things to do. The only thing that's not in here is your MyMathLab stuff. So each of these covers a section. So in here are the videos. Remember from the other video I said you could do my videos in the modules, or you can read the e-text, or you can watch the author and action videos in MyMathLab. So however you want to do it, you cover the material. Okay, so these are like 4, I think 10-minute videos at most. Some of the sections have a little practice thing. These are not graded. This is just for you to get started on practicing. So those are completely optional. Okay, so I was jumping around. So each week you see the sections that we're going to cover and the topics that we're covering. Sometimes you'll see an optional review. That means we're not covering it in class, but I think that it's important for you to know. So for example, 2.3 lines, are like linear equations, y equals mx plus b. If you haven't seen that in a really long time, you might just want to go ahead and look at that section. But if you're like, yeah, I've done lines a million times, I know y equals mx plus b, then you're fine, just skip it. That's one thing that we assume you know coming into this class. So anything that says optional review is something that I feel is important, but you don't have to do it. And then each week you have a discussion and you have a week 1 check. Okay, so that's your layout each week. So see, we've got sections. That's not published. You're not going to see that. But you've got the sections to cover, and then you've got a discussion and a weekly check. Okay, so you can see each week you have that. And then when we come up to our first test, you're going to have a review sheet and review answers. And this week we do have a discussion. Oh yeah, discussion, but no weekly check because we're just studying. There's no new material to do a week check. And then you'll see the tests posted with the available dates. So this one is available from February 4th to February 8th. I do have those locked, so you have to take them within those dates. Everything else you can pretty much do whenever you want, but I don't want people to panic and go in and take the test when they're not ready for it. So those are locked to specific dates, okay? And then you see the rest of them follow that. So week 5, week 6, week 7, week 8, and then week 9 is going to be spring break, okay? So everything is laid out. There shouldn't be any surprises. You should know what you need to do each week. Looking at other sections, you'll have announcements. I don't have anything in there right now. That's why the little eyeball thing is there. But you'll have announcements here. Please check those at least once a week. This is my way to communicate with you and tell you what's going on. I will try to post at least once a week just to let you know where we are and what we should be doing. But I may post other things if something comes up, like the college has to shut down or they're having technical problems or something like that. The modules are the same as the homepage. I have the homepage set to go to the modules. The nice thing about the homepage is it also shows you your to-do list, which this does not. You can go directly to the discussions. They're in the modules, but you can also go directly to the discussions this way. And then you also have the students helping students discussion at the top here. That's pretty much for anything that you guys want to ask each other questions on. For the most part, I'm not going to look at this unless somebody SOSs me. So if you guys have questions for each other about Valencia or classes or this class or, you know, my math lab, what's the best way to do this, something like that, have questions about homework, you guys can ask questions and answer each other in there anytime you want. My lab in mastering is my math lab. I don't know why they have it by a different name. And I'm going to go through how to set this up, but you're going to click open my math lab, and that's going to open my lab in mastering, and that's going to take you to my math lab when you have it set up. You can also, once you have it set up, you can also go to it directly, but you can always get to it from the course as well. They have Zoom here, but I can only link one class to Zoom. So your Zoom sessions are not going to show in here. That's why they're in the modules. They'll only let me link the meetings to one section. I can't link them to all 4 sections. So that is why, coming back to here, even though there's a Zoom link, I've got the Zoom sessions in here. Okay, so they're not going to be here. They're going to be here. Grades, I'm not going to click on that because that's going to show everybody's name. That's where you see your grades. The syllabus we covered in the other video. You can always go back to that. Honor Lock, I'm not sure if you guys should have that one. I think you can set up Honor Lock there. You're also going to have an Honor Lock quiz here. It's in week 3. You can take it anytime. It's open all the way through the semester. That's just for you to be able to go in and open up to set up Honor Lock and make sure that you have everything working, because when you go into the test, you're only going to have one chance at the test. So this is just to make sure that you have Honor Lock set up. It recognizes your web camera. You know how to do all of that, so there's no stress going into the test. It's listed in week 3, but you can take it any time during the course, and you can take it as many times as you want during the semester. So like if you change computers before the 3rd test and you want to try it out again, you can take it again. And then student feedback opens up later in the semester. And then the rest of those eyeball things, those are, you guys can't see those. Those are just for me. So I think that covers everything except for the My Math Lab, and that'll be covered in another video. So make sure that you guys get in here and look around. You've also got the inbox is your messaging system, so make sure that you're checking those as well. Make sure you're checking your announcements and make sure you're checking your inbox. Those are important for all of your classes to make sure that you're staying connected. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Poke around and see what's in the class and make sure you understand the layout of it.